conscience. The Democrats care about doing something the right way. So going into 2024, even those Republicans who don't want to get on board will find that those same Republicans, those middle of the road Republicans and independents that voted for Biden in 2020 do not, mark my words, do not want to think of Kamala Harris sitting in the chair. She has that same, what I call Hillary Clinton effect, where she turns off women. She makes more enemies than she does friends. So those same moderate Republicans, those same moderate independents that voted for Biden the first time, they're going to be looking for somebody else to vote for. And all of those Republicans, whether they like Trump or not, are going to get on board. So Trump, and I hope, wish, and pray that I'm wrong. But my Creole powers, these tea leaves that I'm reading, these bones that I'm shaking are coming up TRUM in a perpetual P. And I hope, wish, and pray that I'm wrong. And we're still looking for the lesser of two evils because we got too many politicians who put their ego and their aspirations, their political aspirations and ambitions before the good of the country. So what's her name? Olivia Pope? Daddy Pope? I need y'all to come out of retirement and do your magic. Because as the kids used to say, shit about to get serious. When you look at what's happening in Israel, when you look at what's happening in Ukraine, when you look at what's happening in North Korea, when you look at what's happening in China, when you look at what's happening in Italy, and now what's about to happen as the coup continues in America, shit's about to get serious. So your man is about to take a little vacation. I'm not running from the situation, but what I am doing is I'm going to enjoy some time. Because all this year I've been wanting to travel. Now I'm ready. I sit here in this chair and you sit here with me week in, week out. And we put our heads together to make this shit make sense. And going to the poll next year, unless something drastic changes between now and May, I don't see anyone who has the name recognition that can pull off a JFK or Barack Obama. I don't see anyone that dynamic or Bill Clinton because we don't want that other Clinton because she's the reason that Trump got in there to begin with. So many white women voted not for Trump, but against Hillary. So there's been 41 attacks, folks. At least 41 attacks on U.S. troops in Syria and in Iraq. The ramifications that is simple. The United States and the UN, members of NATO, have vowed to back Israel. But what Putin now is doing is poking the Iranians, the Iraqis. If you're coming here from YouTube, I just got YouTube up. Let me. Microsoft took it upon itself to do a reboot of my system, and it came up about 20 minutes into the show. So if you're just coming up, I apologize, but people on YouTube, I don't think it's by accident that the message that I have to give you is interrupted in some fashion, in some way, with this frequency. But I'm saying things that CNN won't say. I'm saying things that MSNBC won't say. I'm saying things that Fox won't say. Why? Because the powers that be are going to win regardless to who sits in the Oval Office. It's the little yous and me's who are truly the disenfranchised. Because those that exist in the lower ranks, they feel utterly powerless. So they've been conditioned to just deal with whatever comes. It's been the yous and me's that's been trying to make a difference. So that's all I'm going to do for you tonight. 41, more than 41 attacks on U.S. servicemen, U.S. troops in Syria, in Iraq. We have ships out in the ocean. That are poised to act. We have naval ships with these aircraft carriers that are poised. So if Syria gets tired of being bombed by Israel, if Libya gets tired of being bombed by Israel, if Benjamin Putin Netanyahu keeps on escalating and not listening to anyone, the ramifications are simple. We are going to be drawn into another conflict that we have no control over. Biden has the lowest approval rating of his presidency. So he will not have the testicular fortitude or the spine to say, this is something that Putin could have, Netanyahu could have avoided. He could give a shit about those Israeli captives. He just as well killed them and push it and blame it on Hamas. So thank you guys for the birthday wishes yesterday. If you came in late, let me just say it again. This is going to be my last show probably for the rest of the year because now I'm about to take off and do some traveling. Ironically, I had planned it this way anyway. But I was supposed to have been gone. But now, without any further ado, I want you to do me a favor. Ask yourself why it's so hard for me to get my message across. I challenge anyone to contradict anything that I've said thus far. If I said something that's not true, call me on it. Do the research and post it. I've given you the history on the Israeli Palestinian conflict in the so called Holy Land. That's all I got for you tonight, folks. I came up in here with fire and brimstone like my name. I don't know, folks. But I got to give it to you straight, no chaser. If you want sugar, go to a bakery. I know a lot of you guys don't even turn on the news because you're tired of hearing this. But yet you come here so that I could give it to you. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it to you straight up. We're headed for, I think it was Martin Luther King who said we got some dark days ahead. I think it was Martin Luther King who said, I've been to the mountaintop, I looked down and I've seen the promised land. We may not get there together, but I want you to know that we as a people, we will get there. These are those dark days that Martin was talking about. It wasn't just April the 4th, 1968. It wasn't just November the 22nd, 1963. It didn't just come at the hands of Sirhan Sirhan. See, the difference between John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King, we know without a doubt who killed Robert. That's all I got to say about it. Do me a favor, go to my YouTube, sign up now more than ever, because what's going to happen from here on out, I might be in Timbuktu, Africa. I might be meeting George Jetson, flying around the rings of Saturn with the galaxies, what they call themselves? So that's going to be how we keep in touch, folks. Go to my YouTube, sign up, OMITDALOGIC. And when I post content, hopefully they won't do me like they did me tonight. Tish, they threw me a curveball. They shut me down. They literally, I see all of these videos that say, get this before they shut it down. 5 minutes before airtime, just like that, I kid you not, my YouTube went down. And I had to reboot it. And it didn't just reboot, it did an entire update for little old me. Go to my YouTube anyway. Because once I get the information out there, it's up to you what you're gonna do with it. My mama used to say, if I know something and I don't tell you, my bad. If I tell you and you don't listen, shame on you. With that being said, don't be so afraid to die that you forget to live for a purpose. Because the one thing about this game called life, nobody leaves alive. So next week I won't be here, but I'll be in touch. I'll be touching base with you to let you know what's going on. And in the meantime, in between time, as always, as always, imparting, I wish you love. I wish you peace. Two fingers to the sky. I like you, man. That grease. Good night, folks. And happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. No matter what happens, I'm always be smiling. And with this, I'm going to say good night. And I love you. All you got to do is love me back. Because it's so good loving somebody, and that somebody loves you back. And that's a fact. It's so good meeting somebody. Thank you, babe. They shut me down. I kid you not. 5 minutes before I was supposed to go live on air. Metro, what they call them? Microsoft shut it down. So the good news is my if you have my old number, the old number is valid again. I went ahead and I took care of that today. And we'll be seeing you in a minute. Good night, folks. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Oops, 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 oops. Send us 70-30 and not 60-40. I'm talking about a 50-50 love. Yeah, yeah. It's so good